All right, eighth grade journalism students, welcome to day one of our biography unit. We are going to be writing teacher biographies for our school publication. Now, we brainstormed last week ways that we could get more viewership on our school publication, and the number one thing you all said was to make our pieces more relevant. So I think this is great timing with course selection coming up next week. As you know, that when you pick a course, you're also kind of picking a teacher, right? As I'm the only journalism teacher, Miss Stahl is the only home ec teacher. You know, Mr. Johnson teaches all of our cyber classes. So by getting to know a teacher through reading these teacher biographies, students in 6th and 7th grade might have a better idea about what classes they want to take. So we are helping our audience, which hopefully increases viewership like we suspected. Now, today is just day one, so we've got to go over what a biography is so you all know my expectations. For this assignment, you're going to take all week, so Monday through Friday, to create a thorough biography of a teacher at our school. You want any readers to have a holistic understanding of this teacher, including details about their work and home life, because teachers, believe it or not, are people too. And so our life continues outside of the classroom. And maybe if a student has a connection to some things about a teacher, they might enjoy that class more. First and foremost, biographies. Someone raise your hand and tell me, what are they? What do you know about them? You don't need a dictionary definition that I could look right up, but just your own words about what a biography is. Yes, go ahead, Joseph. 100%. Absolutely. A biography is a story about a person's life. Now, there's a specific detail about who has to write the biography to make sure that it's not an autobiography. So, what makes something an autobiography? Yeah, go ahead, Sally. Absolutely. Ding, ding, ding. An autobiography is written by the person that the biography is about. So if I wrote all about Miss Redpath, then me, Miss Redpath, would be writing an autobiography. But if Joseph were to write a biography about me, then it would be a biography, not an autobiography. We don't have to worry about that though, because you're all students, none of you are teachers. So this has to be about a teacher. No way it can be an autobiography. So I would like to look at some examples with you all. The first one we're going to look at as a class, and then you guys are going to have an assignment. This example here is about me from last year's journalism class. So someone chose to write all about me, and this is what they wrote. I would like you guys to take approximately 30 seconds and go ahead and read this biography here, and then we're going to turn and talk. So go ahead and start now. And your last second. Perfect. So turn to someone next to you, so either on your left or your right, and talk about what you believe they did well and what they could improve on. So go ahead and take another 30 seconds for this. I heard that, Lucy. That's a good one. Save that for our whole group discussion. Good one, Ralph. In a moment, I want you to share that with the whole class. All right, let's go whole group. So I know two of you, I mentioned that I really liked things you shared. So I'd love to start with you two, and then we can bring it around and other people can share. Yes, exactly. That's what I said I liked. Something that they enjoyed, that they think that this person did well. is adding those student interviews, which I totally agree with. All right, and now I'd like you to share too. 100%. Something we think that could be improved upon is they didn't proofread. Now, we've talked about making sure we capitalize the right letters and leave the right letters lowercase, and we see right in the first sentence, the teacher I chose is Miss Redpath. Which word shouldn't be capitalized? Joe's right. Teacher, the T in teacher. Now, your assignment today is you're going to be doing some independent research. So, biography.com is a reliable website. I already vetted it, so you guys don't have to worry about making sure it's a credible source. It will be. Now you're going to go to biography.com and select some biographies written by professional authors to use as models. Because although a student sample can be helpful, just like we saw in that one example, they're not always perfect. Versus these things on the internet written by professionals are at a bit of a higher level and they've been vetted. So this is what we're aiming for, right? So you're going to choose one of the following biographies to read. I'm going to pass out sticky notes and you're going to write 3 things that you will use as inspiration and 2 things you do not plan to include in your own biographies. So find some things you like and things that you don't think really match your personal writing style, which now in 4th quarter out of the school year, you guys have developed so well. So think about how you write and what you like to create, because you don't have to exactly model what's already out there. I want your own voice and your own personality to shine through in your writing. So I'm going to pass around sticky notes, and you guys have access to these 4 links on our Schoology page, so you guys can go ahead and open up your Chromebooks and begin. Good luck. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to journalism class. Today is day 2 of our teacher biography project. Yesterday we looked at some amazing examples, and today we're going to start preparing to write our draft. Now, the first thing we have to do is pick our teachers and get our choices approved. Each journalism student is working independently to pick a unique teacher or staff member because I want to ensure that we cover as many teachers in the building as possible. Now, as you all can see back there on my back whiteboard, if you all briefly turn around, is a list of all the teachers in the building. Now, you can get up and place your name next to one of the teachers. So please, you see there's 3 groups of teachers. Take a glance back now, and then when I let you up, you will go write your name next to the teacher you'd like to choose. Now, if you're thinking of a staff member that's not up there, then come to me personally over here at my desk, and I will get that approved for you. Now, if you'd like to pick a teacher from Group A, please go ahead and rise now. Some of the teachers I expected to get chosen first are. Good job. Now Group B, you may walk up. If you're picking a teacher from Group B, you can get up now. Good choices. And Group C, you may rise now. Group C. Amazing work. So none of you want to do any staff or faculty? Yeah, it can be daunting to talk to administration and counselors, I agree. Well, maybe someone in my other journalism class will choose one of them. That's all right. Now, what you're going to have to do is draft a message to the teacher to ask if you can interview them. You have their Schoology message and you have their email, and I would like you to ask if you can visit them sometime this week during our class period in order to ask them a few questions, because I do not want you all missing another class. Yes, absolutely. Definitely use the elements of an email we discussed. So how does your email start? Someone raise your hand and let me know. That's right, Lucy. Dear, and then the teacher's name. And what should we always include when we message a teacher? Yes, that's right, Jim, a thank you. So you say, thank you for your time, sincerely, and then your name. Absolutely, good job. So that's what we're going to do first today. Here's some things to remember, which you guys already seem to remember without even my reminder. You're going to address them politely and kindly, briefly explain our assignment, and ensure that you will not take up too much of their time. Because remember, during our class period, the only teachers who have planning are math and science. And only a fourth of you or so picked a math or science teacher. So you're going to be interrupting them during class time. So you want to ensure that you're not going to take up a lot of time. All right, I'll leave these up here while you guys draft your messages to teachers, and I'll be around to give you a thumbs up if you're unsure. All right, now that 5 minutes have elapsed, I think all of you have finished. Is there anyone who I might have missed who didn't finish this up? Perfect, you guys rock. You are so timely. Now, step 3 is writing your teacher interview questions. Now, you're not just gonna walk up to their door and just ask the first questions that come to your mind. Because we're taking up as little time as possible, we want to draft our questions first. So you need a minimum of 5 questions, and you will not be using yes or no questions. We want thorough, deep answers. We don't want them to answer in a single word. The same goes for your student interview questions, which you can be drafting at the same time. So for your student interview questions, you need a minimum of 5 again, no yes or no questions, and remember that you can ask current or former students. So I will give you all the rest of class period today to draft these 10 questions. Good luck. Happy Wednesday and welcome to day 3 of our biography unit. Now the instructions are going to be the same for today, tomorrow, and Friday. So I'm just going to go over those with you now, and I'll be around for these 3 days for any help you all may need while you finish up your projects. You are finally on to step 6, which is really your final step, which is drafting your biography. So in order to create this draft, those questions that you created for the teacher and for the students, you're going to have to give to the teacher and students. Now, hopefully your teacher has responded to your Schoology message where you asked if you could interview them during class time for this class. And if they have not, you may walk to their classroom and follow our typical classroom interview procedures, which, as a quick reminder, are to knock on the door, wait for a response, politely ask if you can take up 3 to 5 minutes max of your teacher's time. And then if they decline, politely leave, and we will pick a new teacher for you. And if they accept, go ahead and give your questions. Now, for asking those students, you can ask if you can interview the students that are in that teacher's class at this class period, or you may ask students in this class who might have or have had previously that teacher. So that's step 1. Step 2 is placing that within your biography, and step 3 is going to be proofreading to make sure you have no grammatical errors. So we are using the typical writing rubric that we use for all writing assignments, which includes your purpose and organization, your evidence, and your conventions. You should be familiar with this rubric by now since we use it in journalism and English. But if you are unclear, this will be posted on Schoology in the same place as your assignment where you will be turning it in on Friday. Now, if there are any questions, you may ask me while I'm walking around, but I'll leave these things to remember up on the board, which includes including the information from all of your interviews, the fact that someone should feel like they really know the teacher by reading your articles, and the fact that you can find a picture from our school website. Now, I'll be around to ask any questions as they come up. Good luck!